bit like speed dating, this, isn't it? 5 minutes to woo Health Watch. David, will you marry me? I suspect if this meeting's successful, you're going to want to marry everyone in the room. So here's my pitch for the CCG and Furness locality. We do welcome Health Watch. We wish you success. We need you. We've been waiting for this. Your success will be our success. We will sink or swim together is where I think we're going to be. And I think the difficult thing is going to be, and we've heard it before, what does success look like? So we want to be successful, we want to achieve your aims, we want to do it together. Let's see. I think everyone in the room, the aims are the same. Our aims are your aims. Our aims are the aims of the providers, of the voluntary services, of health and social care. Our aims are really tied into what we're doing as commissioners, and I just wanted to dwell on what commissioners are for a minute or two, because we're not finance guys and we're not contractors. That's a very little bit about what makes commissioning successful. What makes success in commissioning terms are getting the best outcomes for the people of Cumbria in their health. That's what you want, David. That's what we want Health Watch to help us with. Those outcomes have got to come from providers, and they're in the room now, who provide high quality, safe services. Easier said than done. But those will be the hard things that we measure the success of Health Watch by. If you help us and you help providers, you will help the people of Cumbria by getting the providers to give those services. And when those providers, including myself as a GP, don't provide those high quality, safe services, we want to learn from them, and we want you to help us learn from them so we get better, because none of us are perfect. Finally, on that first note, is we want patients to have great experiences, and we know from that questionnaire at the beginning that we don't invariably have great experiences. We might have good or lukewarm experiences a lot of the time. I've had 2 contacts with the health services last month, and they've been from really good providers, and they've been really quite good, but they haven't been great. So that's what we want to do. We are a new organisation as a CCG, and we are striving to be different, and I wanted to dwell on that for a few minutes and how that difference can work with Health Watch. We're not a PCT, we're a CCG, and primarily we're a membership organisation, and those members deal with members of the public every day. So we have a much greater contact with the grassroots, and we want to capitalise on that, and we need to learn how to do that. Health Watch, you have to tell us when we're getting it wrong. I want to stress that, you know, public health has always been dear to me and an important part of PCTs, but public health needs to become a real focus of all the providers. That's the only long-term solution to Cumbria. If we keep spending money on things that could be prevented, we'll never square the circle of financial problems. So public health moves into health and wellbeing boards. You're a member of that. I'm a member of that. I'm really keen to work with you on that. I see those multi-agency boards as a means to changing the way we provide health services in Cumbria, because we've got it all a bit wrong. Some things that we want to be different about are, as a CCG, we want to go down before the next reorganisation as the organisation that got public engagement right. That's a real big aim, and you've got to feed back to us and teach us how to do it, hold the mirror up to us and get us there, because we don't actually know what good public engagement is. We have started though, because instead of public consultation, we are doing public engagement, and in the south, around Morecambe Bay, we've actually been talking to the people before we've even started planning the changes around Morecambe Bay. So that, I think, is a positive step. Finally, a few things to say. Principles from the CCG, you know, it is public money, so there has to be public involvement. And I think that's been sadly lacking from the health service as long as I've been a worker in it for 30 odd years. It is a public service, so the public deserve access to the information in the system. And I think we're getting a lot better at that at the CCG. But as Health Watch, when you come across complaints, and if the public aren't getting the information they want, tell us what it is and we'll give it to them. And finally, it's at the end of the day, it's about outcomes for the public. So the public should have inputs to the service. I'm a really strong believer in that, right from the beginning, from prevention to design of the services, right through to measuring outcomes. So we welcome you. Let's work together. Let's collaborate all together, and let's get the health of Cumbria better.